Turn the page, live your life every day. Don't let anybody stand in your way.
Hey everybody, happy Christmas Eve. I know you're all busy. If you took some time out to watch this video, either today or tomorrow Christmas, and that's one of my verses. This is a verses about Christmas. I did a verses about Thanksgiving, the different things that happen during these iconic holidays. And I don't care when you watch this video, but just thumb it up, let people know, subscribe, It's been a good year, it's been a tough year. It's been a paradox of years. That's the way life is, right? It's good stuff, there's bad stuff, you got to enjoy them. That's why I do these verses. This versus that. Now this Christmas verses, the first one is, when do you celebrate Christmas? Christmas Eve versus Christmas Day. Now, when we were kids, my parents were strict Christmas Day. You'd go to church Christmas Eve, and you'd eat your Christmas Eve meal, and you'd sit quietly and say, when am I going to open the presents? Then as the years went by, they relented and said, everybody, and I grew up with 6 other siblings, they said, everyone can open one present Christmas Eve, and then the rest Christmas Day. Now when you're a kid, you can't wait. You're out, you can't even imagine. Although my wife and I were late, she told me she slept late. Sometimes her parents would come down and it would be like 9 o'clock and they'd be like, honey, aren't you excited for Christmas? She goes, oh, okay, I'm just getting my sleep. So my parents relented. We could take one present Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day was the whole shebang, everything. But some families, they do nothing on Christmas Eve, present-wise or celebration-wise, and they do it all Christmas Day. Conversely, some families, it's complete Christmas Eve chaos, and then Christmas Day, you wake up again, you have a nice meal together, or maybe you go to the movies, or maybe you go shopping. A lot of different traditions out there. Which one is yours? He says, this is my tradition. I have wine Christmas Eve and wine Christmas Day. There you go. The next verses I'm going to talk about is Santa versus Jesus. Now, which one do you believe? I guess you could believe both, but let's talk about the Santa part. This is a jolly old elf that allegedly shimmies down chimneys. Pity the poor people who don't have a chimney. He somehow gets into your house when you're not looking. And he eats cookies and drinks milk and eggnog. And he leaves presents, and then he gets lost. He flies through the sky in a sleigh driven by 8 magical reindeer. And he lives in the North Pole, where him and his elves make presents throughout the year to distribute them on Christmas Eve to 8 billion people. That's believable, isn't it? Of course it is. Or do you believe that Jesus Christ, a lot of people think is the holiest person that ever lived, who might argue, was born on Christmas Day? And the rest, as they say, is history. Now, I think you can believe both. A lot of people like the Santa Claus myth, and a lot of people enjoy going to different religious observations for the birth of Christ. Decorations, you look at them, you have Christmas trees, you have Santa, you have Rudolph, you have elves, and you also have the creche, the manger. You have Mary and Joseph, the 3 wise men, and you have the baby Jesus. So which one do you prefer? Now here's another one. Now see, I like music, but I also like the other verses. The music is carols. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. Well, if you sing them like that, you don't want carols. It's carols and singing and family together playing the guitar, playing the piano, singing, just singing every Christmas song they know, versus just sitting back and watching Christmas movies. All those movies on TV. There's so many of them. The one where the kid puts his tongue on the frozen thing, and then Chevy Chase acting crazy, and It's a Wonderful Life, and all these animated features, the Elf with Will Ferrell. There's so many different Christmas movies. No, I'm sure a lot of people do both, or a lot of people say, I'm just gonna sit and watch the movies. And you can let those people sing. Remember in the old days, they used to have carolers. They'd actually be a group of people singing, and they'd come door to door and serenade you. I don't think I've seen that in decades and decades. Two of the classic movies is my final verses, and to me, they're the most classic animated movies. They're the Charlie Brown Christmas, where it's where they go, they sing. They sing, hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn king. They sing that at the end with Linus and Charlie Brown's little Christmas tree, and Snoopy. And now I grew up with that in the 60s, and that's still on today, and we used to watch that one all the time. That was the one that like, but it's too serious. They actually make it not as joyful, even though there's a good moral to that one. And my wife never liked that one. So this verses is Charlie Brown's Christmas verses. Well, there's Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid, Donner and Blitzen. I don't know the chords, but do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? We all know it's Rudolph. Now Rudolph is a fun one. That's with the little elf that wants to be a dentist. Why am I such a misfit? I am not just a nitwit. And then they have, you called Cornelius, who threw his thing up there and going, and he just, nothing. And it was narrated by a talking snowman, who was really the voice of Burl Ives, who sang silver and gold, silver and gold. And he also sang at the end, have a holly jolly Christmas, it's the best time of the year. And that's one that I like the music in that one. That's a good one. And of course, don't forget about the abominable snowman, who ends up being a pretty good guy. So there's your verses. Hope you have a happy holiday. Write in the comments what verses that you like. Add some that you also have. I mean, it could be eggnog versus soda, or could be what you guys eat. But let me know. Subscribe to my videos. Keep watching them at Live Life 365 on YouTube. Until next time, Merry Christmas and peace.
Live life 365.
Hey, Merry Christmas. Hope you all had a good Christmas, or is Christmas coming up? Let me check this. If this is Christmas Eve, okay. Okay, I don't know what that was. Well, have a holly jolly Christmas. Here you go. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. Here, we've got snow and a mist. You can't do it, Baba. It's over. It's over, Mike. It's over, Johnny.